Episode was
No.
awful, terrible.
Yeah, welcome back, Tootsie. You have to rant.
Yeah, terrible,
Yeah.
terrible episode.
All right,
I
everyone.
hate
We
you,
just
Tootsie.
witnessed She Talks to Angel. So yeah, this was the body switching one. Like, what more can we say?
It's Freaky
body
Friday, My Little
It
Pony
was
edition.
amazing. Freaky
I'll
Friday,
give
My
him-
Little Pony.
Like the concept body switching is very old and tired, but it makes so much sense with Fluttershy and Angel because of that communication difference, and with Fluttershy being busy and him wanting attention. Like, it all just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they didn't go down the generic route where they switched vocal cords, because that always annoyed me during body switching episodes.
Well, yeah, that's a crucial
yeah.
part of the conflict here is this communication, which is a good little twist.
I just
Yeah.
love how they didn't. I just love how they didn't like switch vocals. That's like my favorite part.
Yeah, that was good. And like
And because-
and how Fluttershy didn't get to Flutter Guy. Like that was good.
But the great, I
yeah.
think one of the greatest part is that Angel was so different than Fluttershy, even in her body, with her voice
yeah.
and everything. You can
Like,
tell
her
they're
voice
two
was
different
going-
characters.
Oh, I loved Andrea Libman's difference between the two. It's amazing.
She did
Yeah,
amazing in this episode,
like,
acting as Fluttershy as Angel. That's amazing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Angel talked a lot faster and with a lower pitch, and like it really felt like a different character. And also they animated him differently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Fluttershy. Yeah, just everything's about it is different. It's a lot of good
Yeah.
attention
I
to
want to
details.
marry. Oh yeah, I like my favorite part of the episode is right when, what was it? The doctor is like, "Oh, Fluttershy, you're back." It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Fluttershy. I want to marry Discord. I'm
That
always
was
shy."
fantastic.
Blah blah blah.
I know
Like,
a lot of shippers will rightfully love that line, but I'm of the opinion it's just a joke because Discord takes so much of Fluttershy's time that Angel is
I agree.
jealous.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's what
I still
that's
think
Or
what
he
I'm
just
thinking.
acknowledges that they hang out a lot, so
I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
marry Discord. That's like probably one of my favorite lines. I
Well,
like that.
is that like a fandom? And I guess the show's kind of always had them as a pair in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, but also like it would be
I guess
like
it's sort of a fan
Tootsie
fandom
saying
thing.
he wants to marry Little Shy, like that kind
What?
of.
What?
No,
What?
it's totally different. How is that even
That's-
close?
that's a
What?
different. That is different.
I'm
You know what?
It's
I
the
saw
same
the-
type of joke where your guys are close friends.
What?
No,
How many people ship
not
us
that
now?
kind
I'm
of friend.
curious.
No, I'm saying it's the
Of
same
course
type of
there's
joke where
people out there
Loki
that
and
ship
Discord are
you
close
too.
friends, and it's like.
but there's
I'm
some
joking about-
ambiguity whether or not Fluttershy and Discord are just friends.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say there's ambiguity, but okay.
Whatever.
Let's not ship it. Let's not. Ship
So one of the problems I had, like there's a few things in this episode which like make me uncomfortable, but don't like make me dislike the episode. Like the predator and prey thing is just
Yeah,
a little
that
bit weird.
Yeah.
I
I
like
It's
forcing
understandable.
forcing predators like, here, you're gonna be vegan now.
Yeah, forcing predators to be vegan is like real life animal abuse, and I
I
didn't
don't
really care
even
for
think. I don't even think snakes are supposed to be vegan.
that. Yeah, I don't
They're
think so.
not, and I love I
No.
like the cartoon logic of how a snake ate an entire
To-
baby elephant.
Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. But to be fair, the treats she gives the snake are disguised as cookies, but they're actually some other snake treat that they don't tell us how they're made. So maybe, yeah, it's totally fine. I'm sure it's good nutritional value for the
And
snake.
now because
It's
of this
equestrian
episode, I want to have
food.
cookies.
Kosher
I-
food.
I'm just gonna assume
Yeah.
Fluttershy just said that, but I'm still gonna say, oh, she literally just gave him chocolate chip cookies.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was just-
I
No
have,
wait,
Anyone else?
no wait, she gave them rat flavored cookies.
She did specify it was something special for the snake, so I'll give the
Well,
episode
it's
credit.
instead animal.
Oh yeah, another thing that annoyed me, and this annoyed me when it was first introduced in the Fluttershy Sanctuary episode. Why is the giraffe treated like an actual animal and not an actual character?
I don't know. That bothers me too.
It's
Oh,
an
because
animal
giraffes
fact.
can talk, or
Why
what?
can't it talk?
It's hooved. I could.
And the eyes.
Yeah, it's the eyes that throw it off. Okay, if it had like normal eyes, like the wolf and the bunny and all the other
yeah.
animals, I could accept it as like its own like, oh, it's just a little pet. But no,
Yeah.
it looks actual like an
Well,
a
like-
character.
Like
Why-
it has pony eyes.
Why is
That's
Zecora
true.
sentient? She's a zebra. Why wouldn't the
Yeah,
Why
giraffe
is
be
the
sentient?
giraffe?
Yeah,
It's the same
yeah,
problem I
that's-
had with
that's
the
a good point,
Fluttershy
too.
Sanctuary.
That's a good point. I don't
I
know.
like
Like,
the-
remember how cows could talk in the beginning of
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do like. The
Why can't
theory-
giraffes talk?
I like the theory that the giraffe can actually talk, but it just wants free healthcare.
Yeah. Well, is this like the only giraffe
Free
I've ever
healthcare.
met? Like, I don't know. I want to know more about giraffes, and it's sad. Like, we're at the end of the show. We're never gonna know. But whatever. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
I think that
Alright.
reminds me of something like trying to block an animal from talking, or preventing animals from talking.
It's just what's the
but
boundary? What's
It's
the
a-
boundary of what's sentient and what isn't?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Even
There's
Angel.
also-
Even
There's
pets.
also the sorry. There's also the idea of like, oh, ponies just took away animals' right to talk and all that. But that also reminds me of a musical that I can't spoil. It was a really good musical.
This right here, I thought, like, what's the word for it? I thought this episode was really funny. I liked the interaction between Fluttershy and Angel Bunny.
So let me clarify the premise really quick. So it's basically that Fluttershy is really busy with the sanctuary, which makes sense because I mean she would be, and then
Yeah, we never saw it.
Angel of course wants a bunch of attention, and Fluttershy is like kind of avoiding him, trying to treat others, and she's all we get scenes where she's really nice to the other pets and other animals, and then like Angel's like, what about me? And she's like, I'm too busy, you gotta go. And so I like how perfectly set up the conflict is, and how much this again this really tired overused trope of body switching actually fits really well here.
Absolutely, like because it's an actual situation where like Angel physically cannot speak and Fluttershy physically can, and
I really like that because it gives her better storytelling.
yeah, it really does.
I don't like the I kind of would preferred if instead of what is it, Angel or Fluttershy, or call it Angel Bunny and Fluttershy. I think it would have been better if instead of Angel Bunny just saying everything that Fluttershy was saying to them, I think it would have been better if it was more visual.
What?
Visual.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
it
more
was
visual because no. When I mean more visual, I mean like storytelling visual instead of because whatever visual Fluttershy was doing, Angel Bunny just said what it was.
Well, now I'm mixed up because who's who?
yeah.
During the body switching episode, I'm saying Angel Bunny was Fluttershy and Fluttershy was Angel Bunny. I think
Yeah,
it would have
but-
been better if they could have conveyed that without
So wait,
having
hold on, let me-
Angel Bunny to say it.
Let me wrap this up. You're just complaining that there's exposition because the angel body can't actually speak, so the Fluttershy body has to say everything for them.
Yes, and that's like one of the main problems I had with like
Well,
Fluttershy
it's like-
talking with Angel Bunny, and I understand it, but I just think it would have been better if they would have done something different.
What
with
else?
that
What
by
else could they have
actually
done?
Visual.
I argue against that because they animated the characters differently. Like you could see that they were different
Yeah.
personalities. The
Mhm.
even in the bunny Flutter Bunny, even that like
Flutter Bunny.
she acted
Flutter
differently than Angel did, like kind of slower movements and like more.
I know, but do we really need to be
Witsy-witsy.
explained what happened when literally we already know what happened?
What are you talking about?
Like it just seemed kind of dumb for Angel Bunny to do these little weird angel movements, and then, or
Like,
sorry,
what-
Flutter
why am
Bunny
I-
doing
Yeah,
this
Flutter
weird
Bunny and Angel Pony.
movement. Okay, Angel Pony. All
Angel
Angel
Bunny.
Pony did was just tell us what the bunny was saying. That was it. Which that's fine. That's great. I guess.
And that's how
it dumbs down the
translating
audience.
works.
No, it should have.
I don't know what
I
you're
think
talking
it would have been
about.
better if they would have did more visual storytelling with that.
What do you mean? Explain.
Like
Yeah,
not having to explain it to the audience like a bunch of 5-year-olds.
I don't know.
But-
I
Well,
don't
it's
know
a
what
bunch
you're
of
talking about.
5-year-olds.
There's your rant for today.
I'm not sure what you're talking
I-
about,
I
but it is a
think
bunch of
I think I
5-year-olds.
I think I understand what Tootsie's saying. It's basically, how Angel Bunny has been talking with like his hand movements, and Fluttershy has been happen to like repeat what he's saying. I think that's what he's trying to say instead of like Fluttershy, like
All right,
saying
we'll,
out loud.
we'll
like, what he
discuss this. We'll discuss
repeatedly
this
said.
after the review, I think, because we're gonna be hung up on this
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So that carrot extract, that's kind of the what do you call it? The
The
gun on
drug.
the gun on the wall. No, Chekhov's gun or whatever. How it's like introduced and it's like, oh, interesting. I wonder where this will lead. And of course, that's what saves Flutter Bunny later in the end when she's
I'm
all
just glad
tired.
it actually came back into place and it wasn't forgotten like most episodes.
Well, even
That is really
like,
good.
do I have a screenshot like the first shot of the episode? We see the keys in the background. That's again a Chekhov's gun. Like, I wonder if that have anything to do with the episode.
I didn't think it had anything.
Clever.
Yeah.
It's to
I
imprison.
do find it kind of. I like how they cut away before the. I don't know. The snake could throw up. Is that definitely when I made it PG?
Yeah, I wonder if they couldn't show the snake throwing up. Well, okay, to explain, the snake eats the elephant, and the elephant had eaten the keys.
That
long
snake
story.
is an anaconda. I'm
Yeah,
saying that
whatever.
right now. It's an anaconda.
Is it anaconda dope?
So I wonder if they couldn't show the snake throwing up an elephant, or if that's just like really difficult to animate without it looking horrible. I don't know.
I think it's
It was
It was
difficult.
probably an animation thing, yeah.
I don't think it would be too difficult to animate. I mean,
My only complaint with this episode is the fact that you guys are just going to be vegans now.
Well,
Yeah, that was a little
someone in the
vegan
chat,
friend.
someone in the chat explained earlier that it's more about this is ground rules for the sanctuary, and it doesn't stand. It's different once they leave or something. I don't know. I mean, this is the
guess.
sort of thing you can kind of explain away. Like it's not a huge deal, but the lesson it teaches kids is where I'm a little bit wary. It's like, yeah,
Like
okay.
think about it, a kid could, like what you said earlier, a little kid watching this episode could have a snake. It's like, I don't want you to feed it rats anymore. You're gonna feed it lettuce and tomatoes.
Even like a dog can't just eat like. I mean, dog food's different, but whatever, you know.
Also, there's a wolf.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what would have
carnivores.
you know what would have been really creative?
Mhm.
Because they just kind of forgot about that concept. What if instead of the wolf being an actual wolf, it was a timber wolf?
Timberwolf.
No, Timberwolf's not an animal; it's a monster. There's a difference.
That's true. They're different.
But speaking of wolves, I guess all of our wolf OCs are canon now.
Hell yes!
Dark Wolf is canon.
Is this the
Let's
first
learn
wolf we've
how-
seen? No, can't be.
Let's
How can a
look
woo
around.
Llamas are still not canon.
Wait, this can't be the first wolf in the show, could it?
I think it was
there's
somewhere
dogs,
shown in the
but
story in some of the
I think-
storytelling episodes, like with Sleepless in Ponyville.
Yeah, we've had.
But there
those,
are
so.
no animal. There are no anthro wolves in the
No.
show. So
Yeah, but we have an anthro cat, so
No, let's not talk about the movie. That throws everything out the window.
Oh yeah.
dude, My Little Pony was already thrown out the window and like shattered on the pavement.
I love how when Angel Pony comes back. I love when Angel Pony comes back and she's all he's all cruel to like the other animals. That was pretty funny.
I like it's like here you're just gonna. I want to make a gif of what is it? Angel Bunny just throwing carrots at the wolf, and it's like vegans be like,
He like
Oh, boy.
unleashes him to a tree.
vegans be like,
I'm gonna stir up an argument with that one.
yep.
And we have obligatory Twilight, where
Oh, yeah.
Flutter
Wait, what was the
Bunny.
point of Twilight?
I'm
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get this right.
Yeah, I honestly, I guess
I
there's really
thought-
no point to have Twilight in there for a bit. I can
And
honestly
Spike.
say that's like just a little bit of filler.
No, I don't think that
No,
was filler. That was to
kinda-
establish that Flutter Bunny can't communicate with other ponies.
But
Well, I
yet-
feel like it's already established because like
also Zikora's
I feel like
kind
we've
of
already
terrible.
known about that for a while.
Well, the thing about Zecora is she was like playing dumb at first. I think it was it
Oh, yeah.
Draconite said, "Oh, why doesn't she just write in the dirt or whatever?" And I don't think they had to because Zecora knew what was going on.
Oh
I have
yeah.
a bunch
she
of
was-
gifts that I want to make of this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Fluttershy, let's get drunk.
Let's get drunk.
Because he just takes the bottle and chugs it and then throws it to Fluttershy.
Yeah.
All right. Any last remarks before we jump into individual thoughts and ratings?
It was adorable and I loved it.
I thought it was actually it's a good episode. Damn, I was hoping for a return. I would actually have like a lot to complain about this episode, but no, it was actually.
Why
pretty
would
good.
you want to? Why wouldn't you want to enjoy an
Because
episode?
it's Tootsie, what did you expect?
All right, let's go ahead.
Hey,
Let's go ahead and jump
this
into
episode-
individual thoughts and ratings. We're kind of going over time, but we're going to start off with Taco. We'll do up to a minute and a half reviews if that sounds good. So go ahead, start us off.
I'm gonna say Zootopia 2 looks fantastic.
Yeah, I figured somebody would say that.
Yeah, as it is a trope, like you know what my life is like, and I'm trying. Sometimes you do really need a reminder of people to understand. You think that they're complaining, or complaining too much, and well, sure we can't swap bodies with people. A bit of a reality. Definitely good. It's a great message of understanding others' situations in comparison to yours. Understanding. Beyond that, I think this is sort of like the finale of Angel. Like I know he's not a major character in the
Oh,
slightest.
right.
Like we kind of got the end off of, oh, he's not a complete jerk for once. Yeah. So we got a bit of that message. Zecora, bit of Zecora there. Hope to see her a little bit more in the next few episodes, but try to see a little bit more of her, which always makes me pretty happy. And yeah, I mean overall, it's a bit of a repetitive message, but still good to see. Yeah, can't wait to see the wedding of Fluttershy and Discord.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Almost
Best
7.5
joke in the whole
out
episode.
of 10.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Draconite. What do
All
you think?
right. So I'm sure a very not well known fact that Fluttershy is my favorite pony, and I deeply enjoyed this episode. Like, I feel like everybody was in character, which is fantastic. Like, I think it's kind of a common problem where we see ponies that are out of character. Like, for example, Twilight in the game show episode, or Rainbow Dash in like half of her episodes. Sorry, that was a hot take. I'm just
Debatable on Twilight. Keep going.
Yeah, but anyways, this was like fantastic. I really loved the fact that when what was it called, Angel Pony, was speaking, like he was animated so differently than Fluttershy is, and the voice acting was very different, and it was really clear to tell, like, who is who, what's acting like what, and like all that foreshadowing as well that you mentioned with the way that they mentioned the carrot soup, the carrot extract beforehand, and then it became a fact later. It was really nice. I just deeply enjoyed this episode so much. I was really smiling in the end, like, how the friendship, like, finale of the episode is always cheesy, but I just really deeply enjoyed that. They were all acting really cute, like, no, your job is harder. No, your job is harder. It was adorable, and I loved it. I would give it like an 11 out of 10 if I could, but it's a 10 out of 10.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. Perfect 10
Ooh.
from Dragon
10
Knight.
out of 10.
All right, Jessica, it's your turn.
Okay. I really enjoyed this episode. Fluttershy is also my favorite pony, so this was great. Um, I did not expect to have a body switching episode in My Little Pony, but we did, and I love it. um, Angel as Fluttershy is just amazing. Andrea Linden's voice acting was just really amazing in this episode. Uh, and just seeing how Angel realizes what it's like to have responsibilities is, I think, a good lesson to teach that you should know what it's like, how other people feel, rather than just speculating how it is. So, yeah, I feel like this really was something that Angel and Fluttershy needed, and it also makes Angel a much more sympathetic character. Well, not sympathetic, but more like likable-ish in the sense, because throughout the series he's been very unlikable. But in this episode, if this was the last episode that Angel was going to be in, then I really did. I really do like how it ended off with Angel, and uh, yeah, just it was a really good episode. I liked the humor. Again, the fluttercord joke was really funny. um, and yeah, it's a really good episode. I'm probably gonna give it, say, like an 8 out of 10.
All right, an 8 from Jessica. So I'm next on the list, but I'm going to wrap things up as usual. So we're going to jump down to MC Jam. And first of all, welcome back, MC Jam.
Thanks. I really did enjoy this episode, and I agree with the idea of it's very odd to make predators eat vegan food, because technically it's impossible for a majority, like everyone has been saying. One idea that the snake could probably eat like unfertilized chicken eggs, probably. I don't know if that's how they do it, but yeah. And since I'm part of the group that loves Fluttercord, I actually got really excited about the one comment. So sorry for people who don't like it. But I loved the episode. I loved, like everyone said, I love how they portrayed the characters, and I don't know. I just really liked the episode. And it's funny because Zecora, I believe Zecora did this on purpose. And she knew along that it was, who was who. All right, and I don't know, 10 out, or not 10, 9 out of 10, sorry.
All right, 9 out of 10 from MC Jam. Sonic Crew, what did you think?
So like, I think like for the first time I saw this episode, because this is actually my second time viewing this. The first time, like, I kind of wasn't on the idea of the body switching, but like after a second viewing, like I was able to like watch it back and like get a better understanding of the episode. And I actually think that the body switch was actually done very well, in my opinion. Like, it's been used a lot of times in shows and whatnot, but they've handled that very well. Again, I think we all have like the same feelings about like the animals, and like trying to get along or trying not to eat each other, and that stuff like that. Especially the lesson of like Angel and Fluttershy trying to understand each other and accepting that they have she has responsibilities, but she always tried to have time with Angel Bunny. But now, like, he's part of like the Predator and Prey group thing. But anyways, I have very little to complain about it. It was just a good episode, so I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10.
All right, an 8 out of 10. And one more before I wrap things up. Tootsie Forever, what'd you think?
Tootsie's ran.
Oh,
Sorry,
are you there?
Yeah, I was shaving. Okay.
Shaven.
I thought this episode was really well. I have to praise this episode because most of the episodes I've seen that did a body swap episode, they have always swapped vocal cards, and that annoyed the crap out of me so much because everyone who watches the show, they're gonna know exactly how the character is gonna act, and they don't need vocal changes to show that. The only things that I only had minor complaints, like we already established the vegan stuff. And I don't know, what was the other one? Because I don't remember what it was. And no, it's not the one I was thinking about with Angel Bunny and Fluttershy. But there was one other minor complaint, but I can't think of it right now. But, oh yeah, it was the giraffe. The giraffe one, that annoyed me since the Fluttershy Sanctuary episode. Like, why is it not considered an actual character when it has pony eyes? I mean, I would understand it if it had, like, deer eyes or, like, black eyes, like the actual other animals. But no, it was literally just pony eyes. But I love this episode. It was really adorable. I love the storytelling. I felt bad for Angel Bunny. I loved how how Flutter Bunny was so much Angel Pony, whatever. I love how they were way different characters, and they were just completely different. Like, you could tell them apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love this episode overall. I'm sorry I can't really rant, even though it's been a while.
Don't
since I ranted.
apologize for liking an episode.
Don't pull it, yeah.
All right. Okay. I like the episode. If I do have to rant, terrible episode. Terrible, awful, bad. I don't know. I give it like an 8 out of 10 because I didn't really have any problems with it other than just minor background crap that doesn't really matter.
All right,
Nice.
cool. So far, pretty high ratings. I suppose that makes it my turn. So yeah, a lot to love in this episode. I do have a few pet peeves, no pun intended, like things that, like, ever since childhood have always bothered me in cartoons. Like, I don't like body switching. I don't like vor. I don't like the Predator and Prey thing discussing eating each other. Like, I don't know. Again, I say pet peeve because I think it bothers me personally, like, more than most people would or whatever. So I just don't like it. But at the same time, it all fits in the story. It all makes sense here. I love the again. If anyone were going to do a body switching episode, Fluttershy and Angel is a great idea. I feel like if you were to ask the average fan and be like, "Oh, two of the main six," like, that'd be the immediate answer. But no, Fluttershy and Angel makes a lot of sense. I like it. I like the moral about communication and all that, and listening, and like both sides were kind of equally at fault, and they both kind of come together to learn how to be better, and that's nice. I feel like at the end of the episode, they both learned something. Again, I love Nick Confalone. He's one of my favorite writers. I like how they brought back the stare and I Want to Marry Discord, and jokes like that are always fun. Yeah, so really the only problems I had were like personal things that are totally subjective, but again, my rating is subjective, so I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Objectively, I agree with all the higher ratings.
Yay! Wait, 7 out of
Nice.
10?
7.5.
I leave and you become like the new me?
That's pretty high rating. That's above average. And anyway, so our average rating, Little Shy Livestream Reviews, for She Talks to Angel is an 8.2, which we round to 8, so not bad.
Nice.
All right, really quickly, for those of you here live, Tootsie Forever is actually doing a charity live stream in a couple hours. So if you go ahead and head over to his channel, get ready for that. Of course, those of you watching recording, I hope you tune in next week. Assuming the show isn't over by the time you see this, but yeah, our gimmick is to watch and review episodes live as the credits roll. So I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
2030.